Okay, so today, February 13th, and the bottom right, I'm accessing my Thinkorswim app. My favorite thing I wanted to kind of just briefly go over about Thinkorswim is the spark chart. You can change the order in which some of these pop up on your homepage, but I've got that spark chart as listed as number one because it's my favorite thing. So it's a really brief snapshot of the last, I think it's the past 30 minutes, maybe the past hour. I think it might be a 60-minute chart. Possibly. Actually, I've never actually measured it. But I do know that it's about a minute per movement. So you can see... Good night. All right, so 20, right? So 8 o'clock p.m. This is really encouraging. So, all right, where do I start? Let's go into, just keep it simple. I won't go into what all I did with Apple, Alibaba, Facebook, but I'll talk about Google. It's the only position I'm currently holding. In order to afford it, I had to get out of my other positions. Because I don't have that big of an account. As you can see, net liquidity is just an $1,800 account. This trade price, second column, 1180. That's 100 shares, so that's multiplied by 100. So that's $1,180. And it went down to 1165. But if you look at the price action on this thing, just on a 5-minute chart, it went up to 1875, and I purchased it. See that little purple mark, 1180. So profited. It was actually up to 1885. So I was up over $700 in it at one point today at 220. So, yes, you kind of have to weather the storm. The thing about it, with the Google, I guess, going from up $700 in the option. Let me get rid of these stupid things. I don't want Expedia. I don't want Nissan. Don't want Facebook. Don't want Apple. Those are my options. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Google option on my watch list. So that's how you do that. Just scroll to the bottom, and now it's on my watch list down at the bottom. See the little green? That means I'm holding a position in it. So first of all, SPY is the S&P, QQQ is the NASDAQ, and DIA is the Dow Jones. That price action, the 24 little circle, purple 24 means it's 24 hour. These other stocks only go until, I believe, 8 p.m. Yeah, 8 p.m. But the 24 hours go all the time. And this is a really insanely positive price action. Really, really crazy. You don't ever see it move that quickly. So that's really good news for people holding a call, as I currently am. The reason I wasn't so discouraged is because when Google reversed course for the day, you see that's when the option went from, because obviously a call mirrors the price action of the stock. So when Google went from 1527 down to 1513, it wasn't because of Google. And the reason I know that, if you go to the NASDAQ, which very strongly will carry Google, same thing. So around 2:30 or 2 o'clock, NASDAQ peaked, and then the rest of the day really took a turn till 4 o'clock when Google, when the market closed, it went down. So Google made a quick run here, as did the NASDAQ, and Google made a tumble here. So the fact is, oh my goodness, look at that. In 5 minutes, you see the little black box where it says second to the bottom range? It's gone up 30 cents in the last 5 minutes. Something good's going on. I bet the jobs report came out, or some really positive news came out for the economy, because that is insane for it to be, for the NASDAQ, SPY, and Dow Jones to move that much. That's really good. So the other stocks aren't going to reflect it because they're only until 8 p.m. But because this is 24 hours, it shows you we're going to have a really, hopefully, all intents and purposes, from all appearances, we're going to have a really good looking start to tomorrow. So we probably will be back up close to 1520, maybe 1525 tomorrow, which should put me back up close in my option to 16, 17, 18. One thing that I'll just finish with is, with options, I couldn't day trade it. I didn't have any day trades. I actually had to get rid of my other positions in order to open this position, so I didn't mind using my day trade in order to get enough equity to open this position, because when I got it, it was down here in I think it was 11. Yeah, it was actually right here. I actually was that little low at 11.55, that little 11.8, and that little black box where it says low, that was actually me. Volume 3, I was one of those 3 that purchased this particular option. So if you look at the very top, it says Goog, or .Goog 20, right, which is 2020, and then 02, which is February, and then 21, which is the 21st, which is next Friday. Today is Thursday. I guess the 13th. And then C1520. So C means a call, and then 1520 means that's the target, that's the strike price. And so I'm hoping, right, that it'll get, let's see, when I purchased it at 11.55, check this out. All right, you see that little orange bar, how it says 11.55, and it's got that 11.8 when I purchased it at 11.8, which, if you look at the timing, it was actually pretty good timing, because it went from here up to like 13.8 at 11, and then I saw a pullback, and I said, hey, let's get it. And so that's why I got out of my other positions and went in. So anyway, so I purchased it for 11.8, right? For 100 shares, okay? So 11.8 times 100 is $1,180. All right, check this out. So you see the orange bar says 11.55? So if I go to my watch list and I go to Google, check that out. It's got a, what? Okay, normally it has 11.55 highlighted, but for some reason it's 14.55. It's supposed to stay consistent over the other bars. Anyway, what was the price at 11.55? It was around, I believe I got it at 15.12.75 is when I tried to purchase it. That's the number I remember seeing. I was like, oh my goodness, 15.12.75 buy. So I was very, very fortunate. If, as you can see, that's the lowest it was for pretty much the whole morning when I got in. So anyway, I got very fortunate on my timing, and then of course it just exploded to the upside. So based on the current action of these guys that are looking really, really strong, my word. Wow. Is that an all-time high for the NASDAQ? No way. That is an all-time high for the NASDAQ that we just hit just now in the after hours. Tomorrow could be very, 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 very sick. Okay, so yeah, that's just a quick, tiny little Thinkorswim options overview. There's so much more detail, but that's just a quick little thing I wanted to kind of show. Okay, bye.